Okay, we're live and we're here this time. Hey, Sun Psychic Jean. Oh, that's
Hi,
you. I'm
Deann.
sitting there saying hi, and I'm like, oh, that's you. Wait a minute. You can type in there. See, I cannot type in the chat. I don't know what is wrong with me. If I'm talking to you and reading cards and people do the chat too, I can talk. But whenever I try to type, I'll make like 3 times, I'll make typos and have to redo it and redo it. So I just tell everybody in the chat, don't mind me if I don't type to
That's
you.
that's as much as I can do is say hello and put in a few little, maybe a reminder in the very beginning. But I have 2 screens here, and I use like a lot of pictures and a lot of I do the pop-up and do the share screens and things like that a lot. I just really like the 2 screens. It really is helpful for me. And some people like use their iPad and their screen. They can do it that. And some people chat on their phone or on their iPad while they're on their computer.
Well, that's a good idea. I know that PD had showed me she had 2 screens. She had a big screen, like almost a TV screen, another screen next to it, and she could drag stuff from this screen to this screen, and I'm like, oh. But so one of these days when I need a new computer, maybe I can use this screen and then use the new
Right.
computer screen, but
Absolutely.
I'll have to have somebody tell me how to do it. Was that hard to learn to do?
It was not. No, it's just one little feature that you can click on.
Uh-oh.
It's like on your display. Are we glitching just a
Okay.
little bit?
Yeah, you just a little bit. Hey, Nancy, how are you? You guys, I am so sorry about yesterday. I did not realize I got a message from somebody saying, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "In bed." "What do you mean, where am I?" And I guess there was a show on and I must have hit the 28th instead of the 29th. So forgive me, you guys, and thank you for coming back. So, I wanted to ask you while we're waiting for we're going to do personal questions, you guys, by the way. So if you have any, type them in capital letters. If you want an oracle card or if you want a tarot card, if you just want a question, ask a question, put it in the capital letters in the chat there. Thank you, Spirit Reading 777. You guys know I wouldn't do it to you on purpose, I wouldn't ditch you on purpose. That's not like me.
No,
So
but it's
so what
really,
tell
isn't
us
it
a little bit.
wonderful that they all have our back. I read because I was on there. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened last night? I didn't even know. And I could see that somebody said, I'm going to text Deann. I'm going to make sure that she's okay. And they have our
I
back. They
know.
know that something must have happened or something wasn't right. And somebody contacted you and let you know about it. I thought that was really great.
Yeah, Bora Bora, she contacted me and I have a new business number, but it doesn't ring to me. Apparently it goes to my site and then when I go on email, I'll see and the message, But so I gave Bora Bora my number to call me if that ever happens again, if I'm ever MIA at something. Oh, okay. I got you. Butterflies are free. I got your question. So tell me, this is Sun Psychic Jean, you guys, and she's awesome. And if you guys have not subscribed to her, you should go to her channel and check her out. I've got it in the description box. I've also got it in the chat that you can click on. Tell them a little bit before we start about your channel and yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Deann. I'm a member of this community. And what is a little bit different is I don't typically read on the political, but I am a psychic and a medium, and we do mostly personal readings. We can do messages from your loved ones who have crossed over. I do pet readings. I do shamanic energy healing. I do spiritual journeys. I do there's just messages from your spirit guides, angels, galactic council. It's just really, it's a really amazing. And somebody, when I said I was a pet psychic, somebody said, can you get a message from Oscar? And I'm like, okay. I said, who's Oscar? And they said, it's my pet bird. And I'm like, a bird? I'm like, I've never read for a bird before. I'm like, let me see if I can get a message. I didn't know. So like they're
You
live
do?
on YouTube. I'm like, okay, your bird's saying this. If they anything that has a soul, I can pick up and communicate with. And I was astounded because she was just saying, yes, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. And the bird was so grateful to be a part of the family. And the most exciting part of the bird's day was when everybody would wake up and come in and greet the bird. Like the bird felt like part of the family, and it was just really wonderful. It's really
That is so
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, the
You're a
experiences. Now
jack
we
of
do.
all trades, girl. Hi, where do you teach classes? Do you have classes that people can take from you?
Not yet, not yet. That's a whole nother skill because you you know, it's a whole nother skill, but I want to definitely because I have a lot to say. Um, but I do have sort of like teaching, like I'll talk about a certain ascended master, or I'll talk about a certain archangel, or I'll talk about a certain concept we did. What does it mean to allowance, to be an allowance, like allow things? Was it allowance or acceptance? It was acceptance. And how to move through acceptance. And if you're not in acceptance, you're in that, what Mel Dore always says, the analysis paralysis,
Oh,
all,
yeah.
instead of saying I accept the situation the way it is right now. And the moment you can accept it, you can start moving through it. But if you're saying that's not right, that couldn't have never happened, I can't believe that's the way it is, and you're like resisting what is,
Yeah.
it's harder to move through. And I get like certain messages from my spirit guides for me, telling me I need to learn and move through acceptance in order to get to the other side, learn the lesson, and move and continue on my spiritual journey. So, like certain things like that, I really love talking about.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like what we were talking about backstage about, you guys, my basement flooded again 2 days ago. And we had just spent thousands and thousands of dollars to refix it from a flood. And it just got finished 2 months ago. And we had turned that into our insurance company. And then 2 days ago, it happened again. And my husband was like you said, he's like, I can't believe this happened. He was going into a panic attack and just losing it. And I had to sit there and like I said, I got him to lay down, used my oils, put some music on. I'm like, this is not helping the situation. It's happened. We got to deal with it, and we will deal with it. It's still raining. You going down there, you're going to get electrocuted. It's not going to do anything. Just, if we just calm down and just take one step at a time tomorrow, because it's still going to rain all night. We could not make it stop flooding. But it when I calmed down, then he started calming down. I started kind of putting the oils and different things, but yeah, it doesn't do any good when you kind of resist. Stuff happens and sitting there getting all up. So I just started, like I told you, I started using my oils. I'm like, okay, we need some money. I'm going to use my oils, and you know, and and
Yep.
and just believe that everything's going to be okay. Um,
Right.
Let's see, who do we got here? Andrea, Bora Bora. Thank you, Bora Bora, so much for calling me yesterday. I was my business number, and I get that in the email, and I didn't check the email because I was so busy trying to help Dale with the flooding and stuff and keep the puppy dog out of it. So you guys, we're going to do that just got here. We're going to do some personal questions or whatever you want, and will you just write what you want to know? If you want an oracle card, if you have a question, if a yes or no question, I have my pendulum. I just got my new one. I love this one.
Oh,
At my little
very nice. I
class.
love the weight
Almost,
on it. That's
yeah,
really,
it's
really
from
nice.
Teresa, I
I like
think. It's
I like pendulums that have a nice weight to it, because as soon as they start swinging, it really,
Yep,
helps it to continue. That's beautiful.
that's my
Are you
hematite one.
selling those?
No, I collect them for myself. I got my husband bought me these 2 little, well, he bought me one was supposed to buy me 1 pendulum holder, and it holds several of them where you can hang them, and then he accidentally bought 2, and he goes, "Should I return one?" I'm like, "No, because then I can get more pendulums because I like the crystals, but I need grounding because I'm always like, ah." So I get the ones that are more for grounding. The hematite, this one here is a like a Indian type stone that's supposed to be grounding. I forget the name of it. I read it at
It's
one time.
beautiful. Mhm.
Yeah, I love my pendulums. That's what I use for my custom oils when I do them. I will use the, pendulum to help me decide which oils and which crystals, and it's amazing, I'm out of it. I'm completely out of it. It's like reading cards. I ask them, "What does this person need? What's best for them?" And the pendulum will decide, and it's amazing how good that works. Somebody put down here, "We were so concerned I kept checking back over and over." I'm so sorry, Becky. Thank you so much for being concerned about me. I love you guys. I'm so happy to have you guys I consider you like my little family and friends. And so butterflies are free. Hi, it's so nice to see you. Any messages from my husband, Dennis? Oh, he passed away 2019. You had a few dates. Okay, so let me see. I'll see what I get.
Sure. Thanks for
Oh, I'll
your
read the
question.
card.
Butterflies are free. And that's still, it just seems like yesterday is what I feel right away for you. Even though 2019 may not be, in the 20s, it still seems very recent for you. Um, so let's see what we can find out. And am I lagging a lot, Deanne? Do you know?
No, no, I was just putting my if I tell me if I'm mute or anything. I was muting myself for my cards not to interrupt you. So if I
Okay.
start talking and just raise your hand up, I'll know I'm mute. Okay, I'm unmute me now.
So, butterflies are free. I feel like he had some illness before he passed, and he thought he had it under control. I feel as though it's sort of something that sort of spiraled out of control, or actually he was dealing with one thing. And I don't know, let's just say his heart or diabetes or something. And then something else happened that was unknown. I don't know if he had an infection, or he had a bad cold, something. He was not well for a while, like had a condition that he had to take care of. And it slowed him down a bit, and you were more attentive to him. And then something else happened, and he's saying is this is what happened. He was sick for about a year, yes, and then he went fast at the end. Okay, thanks. Yeah, and it does seem like yesterday, she says. So, Dennis, what is your message for Butterflies Are Free? He's saying that we're still married. I still love you. I'm waiting here for you. I am not going. I will not be far away. He is telling me also that he did visit you in your dreams, and that he said you're doing very well. He says you have this like autonomy. You have this sense of renewal. Like you almost rebuilt your life around yourself to start again. And he's really proud of you, how strong you are, and how resourceful you are. And you're very young at heart, and he's just really very proud of you. He's so happy that you're able to have like these golden years, that you are still and able-bodied, and still have your wits, and still able to enjoy grandchildren and enjoy, friends and things. And he's saying what you've been through since then, he said, has made you stronger as well. He's really just very proud of your resilience, and you're almost like 16 again. Or it's almost like when you go out and get your first apartment and you make things the way you want it. I don't know if you move to a smaller area and it's easier for you to manage, but he's just saying that you changed your surroundings around you, and he's really very proud of how you set things up for yourself. Um, and he's saying he loves the way you take good care of yourself. How wonderful. How it makes him really happy to know that you're happy and that you're taking care of himself. Wonderful. She says, I feel him around me, yes, and I've worked on myself for about a year and a half. Yep. You're doing very well. He's really very proud of you, and the how far you've come, for sure. What a lovely gentleman. Butterflies are free. I think you're still muted.
Thank you. I knew I'd do that. I knew I'd do that. I know you loved him. Butterflies are free, and I know this is hard for you. Um, I feel like he wants you to know. I got that he wants you to know that he's so much better now. Though he was not feeling good. He was hurting. He was sick. He was not feeling good, and I feel like he knew it for a while that it was something was wrong, but I don't feel like he wanted to face it or he didn't want it to be true. I know that sometimes he has said things to you in the past that I feel like he didn't mean, and he wanted you to know that some of the things that he said to you, he wanted you to know he didn't mean. He really loves you. And he was just burnt out, with dealing with the pain, dealing with what he was dealing with. And he needed to rest. He's better now. He's just so much better now. But he knew this was kind of coming on. I don't think he wanted to talk to you about it. As far as dating, he wants you to take a risk and he wants you to get out there again. He doesn't want you to be lonely. He says for you to remember him by the happy memories you created. Don't think about all the sad things. Eventually as time goes on, you're going to remember the happy memories and the sad ones will get a little bit easier to take. You'll still have them, but he's okay. He said if you have any sense or blinking lights, that's him. Um, and he knows that you feel it's unfair that he had to go so soon. Um, and he's sorry that he had to leave you. But this is a new phase for you, and he wants you to continue to grow. He says you'll be together again. You'll be together again. And again, he says he realizes I don't know what this is about. He realizes how much he hurt you, and he didn't mean some things that he said, and for you to forgive him for that. He sees that you're going to be happy again. I feel like you may get married again, and he wants that for you. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to move on to the next stage of your life. Um, and that's what I got from him so far. So I hope some of that helps or some of it resonates. But I'm sorry. I know that you're always gonna miss him, but he's there, you know, and he still loves you. Love never dies. But yeah, I think he wants you to
Absolutely.
go on. Okay, let me put
Mhm.
some of these away. All righty. Okay.
I love the watching you read, Deann, because it's you follow what the cards lead you to say or to, but then you get the full story on top of it. I've watched you. It was just recently. What you were on paraterology, right? You were
Oh
excellent.
yeah.
Really, yeah,
Oh,
that was
thank
fun.
you. The first set of cards, I had so much going on at home. The first question, have you ever had your mind in your mouth where they're just not blending? It's like, I know what I want to say, but I couldn't spit it out. And then after a while, I got better. I got out of my head. I think I was in my head. It's, what Mel said about getting that analysis paralysis you were talking about.
Exactly. Hmm.
I've noticed that too, you guys, and I don't know if you've ever noticed it, Jean, when you're reading cards, a lot of times the more you try to think about what they mean, the worse it gets. It's almost like I tell people, like when you're trying to think of that song that you know it, and you think, and it won't come to you. And then as soon as you quit trying to think about it, it just pops in your head. It seems the same way with the cards. If I think about it, then it's like nothing's going to come. But when I just let go and let it come, it's better. But yeah, I use the cards kinda as a guide and go from there, but you are amazing. You when you take classes, you tell me when you start doing classes.
I will. I will.
I think you're gonna be a great teacher.
Well, thanks.
I just feel that about you.
Thanks for
So,
the
what can you
inspiration because I'm thinking about it.
well, I support you all the way because I think you're gonna be great at it. Dancing
Thanks.
Debbie. I like that, Dancing Debbie. What can you tell me about a new man coming into my life? Let's see what we get.
So, so Dancing Debbie, I'm trying to connect to your energy to pick up on what might be coming for you. And when I do feel as though there is some disappointment or some sorrow. I'm not sure if you lost your last love, or if or if it's just from the breakup that is really you're almost still carrying the, you know, the it's almost like there's a defeat there that it didn't work out, and you had put your whole heart and soul into your last relationship. And it's really, I really feel like something, you know, something else happened that tore you two apart, and you're still holding that candle for them, so to speak. And it's almost with a heavy heart, but it's it is it's important to work on letting go of the last situation as much as you possibly can. Maybe even work on a cord cutting ceremony or something, or just working on building your energy and running your chakras, like uh, strengthening your auric field, and sort of working on your own energy and making that stronger. And as soon as you start doing that and you're letting go of the old relationship, it'll almost be like a we're open sign comes on, and somebody, and that's when you'll attract somebody. But um I know that it's difficult when we have a relationship that doesn't work out. And believe me, the relationship that didn't work out before I met my husband, it devastated me. I thought I loved him. I thought he was the perfect one, and it just didn't work out. And it was like I could never even imagine. But my husband came and he showed up, and it was, I least expected it, and it was so much better than the last relationship. So it's really important to just say, okay, that didn't work out for a reason. I trust you, spirit guides and angels, to bring me the man of my dreams. Also, the other tip I have for you is to write down exactly what you like. Do you like humor? Do you not like humor? You like more serious? Do you like people who watch TV, or do you like people that listen to music and read? Do you like to go on beach vacations or mountain vacations? Is this something that, you know, you want them to live with you, or just stay down the street while you stay where you are? You know, describe exactly, write down all of these points of what you like and what you don't like. And, you know, design this, and it'll bring that energy. It'll almost clarify for you what you're looking for. And it's not just the next person that comes along. You want to put your order into the universe, and then get your friends to pray, because I had my whole family, please find somebody for Jean. And
Yep.
my husband was the manifestation of a lot of prayer. And I did something called a passion test, and you
Mhm.
write down like just things that you want, and you describe exactly what you want, and you answer all these different questions of how. And I had integrity was most important, honesty, and, you know, obviously because of pre past relationships and things. And I had my criteria of what was most important. And my husband is the kindest, most, has all that integrity, honesty, and kindness. He has a really big heart. So it's really, really does come true. It really works. So I would encourage you to build your own husband.
Yes. I tell everybody that too, Jean. It's like, you know, I when I get down, like, okay, what happened with the basement? I'll write down 3 things I'm grateful for every day, just 3 things, and then write down the things that I want, pray for those things, and now to start thanking God for them every day. Whether you say God, universe, spirit, whatever you say, but every day write 3 things. That list will start to get so long, and you'll realize you have more to be grateful for than not. And the things that you say you want in a man, now, nobody's perfect. We're not perfect, but just ask for what you want, picture it, visualize it, and then start thanking God, the universe for it. And that's what I do. Like when I would put my thing in, and say, I deserve love. I am deserving of love. Loving people come towards me. I attract, and just, or even, I use my, you don't have to use anything, just your mind, really. I use these things as tools for me. But you're going to find somebody, but don't be in a rush, because, and ask for the perfect person, and ask for it to be known to you, that you'll just know that they're right. Because I mean, there's been guys that I thought I prayed for, please let it work out with so and so, and they were wrong for me, and I look back and now they're an alcoholic. They're, oh my gosh, it's like, thank you, Lord, for not listening to me. So ask for the person that is for you, that is perfect for you. And you, the person you think's perfect for you, may not be the one. I was always attracted to dark hair and an olive skin, and I married a tall, skinny, older guy,
Oh,
but
wow.
he's perfect
Mhm.
for me. We've been together 36 years. So,
Wow.
you know, you're going to get somebody. I feel like what happened is, I feel like whoever you were with, something happened all of a sudden, and you were very heartbroken with this person. You were deeply sad, you were feeling lost and grieving, despair. There was a breakup that happened, and it was kind of a shock to you, I think. And since that happened, I get the cassette, you're playing it over and over in your head. It's like, what happened? So you've got this outdated thinking and this conditioning replaying over and over in your head. So when you sit there and replay negative things over and over your head, you're asking the universe to bring you somebody just like him. So if you're like, just get him out of your head. If he was no good, you just be glad he's gone, and get him out of your head, and don't bring that outdated thinking to your new relationship. Don't automatically think, because this one cheated, I can't trust this one. Because if you do that, you're going to lose the one that you maybe a good for you. Um, you got poker face. It's saying, take a chance, date, don't show your hand, don't act like you're all, crazy about them. Let them prove themselves to you. So, but it's saying, take a risk. I think you're going to meet somebody, and you're going to meet them over coffee. It's going to be, or lunch or something. It's going to be a meeting that you're going to talk to. You're going to savor the moment, and it's going to build a friendship. And that is the best way to be with somebody, is build a friendship first, because your looks will fade, everything will fade. But if you have a best friend, somebody that you like the same things, you love each other, you can laugh at the same things, you have the same sense of humor, then it don't matter if they see you with your hair messy, you lose your teeth, whatever. You're going to love their soul, you're going to love them, and they're going to know you. So really get to know them and build a friendship. And I feel that you are ascending, and you are going to be transitioning, and kind of you're in a new phase of your life, and you're preparing to be with somebody. But I don't know if this person, that you were with, if this is them or you at the bottom of the deck, the runner. It could have been the person that left you, or you broke up with, but one of you or them, had a fear of intimacy and kind of run away when things get too intense. Um, but this new person that's going to come along, you're going to get to be such close friends with them. I see an engagement in your future. And I see it, I'm feeling like it could be, you could be either meeting this person. It may not be this year, or you may meet him this year. It's up to you how much you get out there. Go speed dating, do some things like that. That's fun with some friends, some single friends, and try to meet. I had my teacher from herbology class. She's doing speed dating, and it sounded a lot of fun. And they have games where they get you to know each other in that short time. But you're going to meet somebody, and I feel it's going to be, don't hold me to this, entertainment purposes only, just so you can see. Okay, so will she meet him? Will Debbie meet him this year? No. Will she meet him next year? I think it's going to be next year. You're going to meet this person. You're really going to like them. And I feel like in is this next? This person might be somebody you get engaged to. Many years. Will she get engaged in 2020? Maybe in 2026. I think you meet him in 2025, and in 2026, you guys get engaged. So we'll see. It's up to you. It's always up to you. You can decide to get out there and do something and try to meet somebody, or they won't drop in your lap, unfortunately. They could. You can meet them at the grocery store, but they're just get out there is what I'm getting. So I hope that helps.
She said
Okay.
she's getting herself together for sure.
Yay.
Yep.
Hey, Miss Tarot D, you're off to dinner, but you wanted to drop off. Hey, Miss Tarot D, I don't have anything going tomorrow. I want to talk to you. I didn't get to talk to you on the phone because I had so much going on that day. So I'm going to call you. Text me and tell me when's a good time I can call you. Okay, tomorrow. I don't want to call you during work. Okay, but
And
thank
Sherry Voices
you.
from the Swamp is here. Hi, Sherry.
Oh, hey Sherry, I didn't see you. Yeah, she's gonna be on my paranormal show. She says she's got
Oh,
a lot of stories from the swamp to
wow.
add. I think we're gonna do the skinwalkers on Friday.
Oh,
I know. I did them one time. I got to tell you, I was just starting. That was when I had my phone between the salt and pepper shaker, and I was just learning how to do a video, trying to learn. And I decided I had sage burning, and I just learned about the skinwalkers, and I was reading all about them, and I had to say. I scared my own dang self. I went into the bathroom, there's the door, and they're talking about them knocking 3 times at the window. I'm like, if anything knocks 3 times at the window, I'm gonna freak the heck out. But I freaked my own self out on that. So anyway, it's been a long time. I can't remember everything I got, so we're gonna do another one. Okay. Jane says, will Jeff get the job to go on tour with the show called Clue? Oh, that
oh,
sounds
cool.
exciting. Okay, well, Pendulum's giving me maybe. It's not giving me yes or no. Let me see if I can throw cards. Does he want to do it? Might be something they haven't decided, and they're gonna have to decide on.
I feel like there's another show. There's another opportunity that's better for him, that's better suited for him, that's coming up next because it's I said, "Is it the second tour?" And it said, "Yes." And I said, "Is he going to go on this tour?" And it was like going around and around, and then it was saying no. And I said, "Is he going to go on the next tour?" And it said, "Yes." So I don't know if there's another show or if there's a second run or if there's a different, um, you know, but whatever the next one is, whether it's the second one of this or a new one, I feel as though it's the next one.
Yeah, I pretty much get the same thing. I threw a few cards on it. I got the 6 of swords, him moving forward from something. I feel like he's gonna be juggling a decision because he may have 2 choices. Maybe there'll be another choice, but he's juggling a decision. It's something that he's hopeful about. He's gotta get out of his head about it though, and it says that he's gonna have to make a decision. So I feel like he may have another opportunity, that he decides on instead of this one because it says like he's juggling two opportunities. And this is the clue. Let me ask again. Will he take I feel like he's gonna take something different. Something
I
different
would
is going to come along.
I would keep a
What'd you say?
toe in the water for this one, and just in case somebody else drops out. But it's almost like we already have the positions filled, but we want to keep you for this one, or something else will come up for him. But keep a toe in it, just in case. But know that it's to definitely keep. Don't put your eggs all in one basket. In other words. But it's there's a real because it was like, and then it went no. But
Yeah.
you know,
Mine was like maybe. So it's like maybe he's got another choice.
for sure.
I hate when I get maybe. It's like, what do you mean maybe? I can guess maybe. Okay, Maureen, I want an oracle card. Okay, I'm going to do messages from the universe for you.
Wonderful. And sometimes when I get maybe, that means it's undetermined or it's free will, that, maybe the person, maybe there's another person that hasn't decided yet, and that's, sometimes it's an easier way to describe that maybe that we get. Um, so Maureen, I'm just going to do an energy reading for you since I don't know you. So, Maureen, I'm picking up your energy, and you're lovely. You are quite accomplished. You are very intelligent. You have a lot of wisdom, and you have a very uh, confident or a very a sense of self that is really very wonderful. You know yourself very well. You're comfortable with yourself. You like yourself. You take care of yourself. I don't know if you meditate or if you do yoga, but you do something that you really love. You're very much like in the seat of your own soul, and you're very comfortable here. And you're quite intelligent, and you have friends, and you have outings, and you have particular, like, you like musicals or music, um in some, maybe even like sound bath or sound healing. There's something around music, but it's really quite organic and nature like. You like the arts, you like the you're healthy, you're weight conscious, you eat healthy. You could probably, you probably could eat more, is what they say. Like, you diet a little too much. They say just eat a variety of things. I'm telling you what to eat. I don't know why, but they're just saying that you do take really good care of yourself, but you may go overboard a little bit with it. You may count too many calories or worry too much, and they're saying just relax, make sure variety is the spice of life. um, I feel as though you just what is coming up for Marine? What is coming up for Marine? I feel like you have some beautiful, maybe you have some travel scheduled for this, or some events, also maybe musical events that are scheduled for this summer. But I do feel as though you really know how to um, enjoy yourself. There's nothing to it's okay that everything's okay in your life. You have wisdom, you have history, you have a lot of life that you've lived under your belt, and now is your golden years to really enjoy yourself. And your friends mean the world to you, and I feel as though you have children, but they may be a little bit distant, like you may have to visit them, because I see you very self-sufficient and very strong, and you're quite intelligent too. I love very creative and very intelligent. So beautiful. I love your home too. But beautiful decorations, really artistic, very, everything's beautiful. I love it. Hmm. Yeah. So
Well, I hope you can't
that's what
see
I
my
got for
home
you.
because I need to clean it. So
I can't
don't be
actually see it.
looking over my home now.
I can feel the vibration of what style it might be. You know what I mean?
Can you feel the mess in my
It's a
I
warm
got
and
for
happy
you.
home, Deann.
Yes, it is, it is. I got the Dark Night of the Soul. It says you're in the midst of a spiritual awakening, and I'm going to read you this because I feel called to it. It says, the dark night of the soul is a term used to describe a period of confusion, loneliness, and perhaps isolation. This sounds dark and it feels dark, but the truth is, a period of your soul's development is about spiritual transformation. Your ego and your higher conscious are at war, and the battle is a grueling one. The struggle takes place in uncomfortable territory, a middle ground where you cannot go back to the old ways of being, and you're not ready to progress into the new ways of being either. It may even feel as if you're permanently stuck. Your pain is very present, and no matter what you do, you cannot seem to break free of this mental and emotional prison. This card has arrived today to assure you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Not only will you make it through this dark night, but you will come out of it completely transformed. You will know without a shadow of a doubt who you really are. Your ego is going to step aside and let the real you come forward. And when it does, you will be fully awakened to your true self. I got that if something within you is telling you that something's not quite right, you should trust it. If you're unhappy with your life, change something. It's entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. You're in control of your own life. So they're saying if you're unhappy, you're the one that's in control of it. It's like, my husband worked the same job for 32 years, miserable. And he wishes now that he would have left that job, but he was always thinking, well, I make too much money here. So if you're miserable, if you're not happy with something, then you've got to change it. And money isn't everything. And, happiness is, and you got for your numerology, you got 000. It says you're a creator. And Jane was talking about you being very creative. It says you are and oh, says you are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on earth. So you're a creator. They're telling you to drop whatever it is that is going on that is making you unhappy. Whatever it is you're going through, this dark night of the soul. Sometimes when I had a dark night of the soul is when I'd lost my mom and we had COVID, and then we had, the orange man, and it was like everything was it's like I went through this thing and had to shed all this negativity and realize who the real me was. It left me time to do introspection. So they're telling you to do some introspection and realize, how powerful you are, and how creative you are and how close to the creator you are. So that's what I got for your oracle card. So let me see what else we got here. Oh, my partner has an interview on Monday. How will it go? Nancy's partner's interview go well. Okay, I asked my pendulum. I'll show you. Will Nancy's partner's interview go well? Show me stronger. Okay, that's a yes with my pendulum. So I'm getting that it's going to go well. You got anything? You go ahead and.
So this is my pendulum. And when I ask, is Nancy's partner's interview, will this interview go well? And it's a little slow in the beginning, but then it really picks up. And I love this swing. This is a really nice swing. So what I also want to ask is a follow-up. Will Nancy's partner be happy in this new position? Will Nancy's partner be happy in this position? Again, it's a little slow, but then it picks up. So, yep. Every, yep. Very nice swing on that. Yeah. So sometimes, it's important to make sure that we're happy once we're in there, and changing positions is very difficult, and managing expectations and going through that, onboarding period can sometimes be intense. So just give yourself a break, give yourself some time, allow yourself the learning curve, so to speak.
Well, I got the Emperor in reverse. So I got this was in the past position. So whoever he was working for in the past, I feel like was rigid, inflexible, impatient, and just kind of domineering. He wasn't happy with his old boss. He got the Four of Cups. He's been just discontent and bored. It's just not for him, and just nothing's been out there inspiring him. Um, then I get the Three of Wands that he's looking forward. He's gonna find something. He's looking for planning. He's starting to see the big picture of a new job that he may like, that he's going to be successful in. But then when I got the future, I got the Six of Wands, which is celebration, and that he's going to do well at this job. Um, but yeah, I don't think he had a very good boss or something last time. He wasn't happy with it. He's bored and discontent. And when I ask, will he be happy with this new job? I get a look at that. That's a good size yes. So yep. Think he will get it if he wants it, but he's got to be the one that he's got to sell himself. Tell him to be really, I mean, act like they're so lucky to get him, you know. Well, what am I doing? I'm knocking, messing stuff up on my computer. Okay. Yeah, you got to convince them why he is better a choice than anybody else. You know, I'm a hard worker. I'm on time. I'm dependable. Just sell himself. Will my husband and I buy a house? Will my husband and I buy a house this year? Okay. Okay, I'm going to hold this up for you. Spirit readings. Will her husband and her buy a house this year? Show me stronger. Okay, I'm getting yes, but let's see. Let me make sure. They'll buy a house. Is it going to be in 2024? Okay. What month? What month? August. Will it be in October? Will it be in November? I'm feeling like it might be, if you do, it's going to be late in the year, like November or something, you know, either late in the year or early into next year. But I think you're going to buy something, but you need to take your time and really look and don't rush into anything because that's a big responsibility. You don't want to see a house later that you think, you know, you don't want to move again. So you got to make sure you pick the right one. So that's what I got. What'd you get?
So I got something very similar. I was asking, October, November, December. So on December, it started swinging yes. And then I wanted to just double check. And I said in January, and it said no. So I feel as though you might put an offer in on a house and then the inspection falls through and you can back out of it. But by February, you'll find another one and you'll be in it by March. So just
Hmm.
always go with what you want. There's free will, anything can change, but if something happens to the first one, you'll find another one right away. Just make sure that the inspector is reputable and follow the inspector and ask questions. If you see something that doesn't look right, ask, and maybe get a YouTube video of how to inspect a home. Make sure that they go through each and every piece. Either that or something falls through. Maybe the seller changes their mind or chooses somebody else. I'm not sure, but it just seemed like there's something that comes up right at the end of the year. It looks good. It looks like it's doesn't happen, and then right around February, March, you find another one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I felt. I felt like something coming at the end of the year and then, you know, maybe the beginning of the year, you guys figuring it out. But that's good. You don't want to get something and not be happy. Jay Rico,
Yeah.
hi, can I ask if I will get guardianship of my grandchildren? Their mom died March 20th. I am so sorry. And she left a handwritten letter, but nothing legal. They have lived with me since they were born. Oh my gosh. This is their mom had died. So is their dad still living? Is he still in the picture? Jay, is dad still in the picture? Or is it just they've been living? You said they've been living with you since they were born. I'm feeling like you will. I don't know how old the kids are, if they're at the age where they can say where they want to be, because certain age they're allowed to say, I want to stay with grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. I am also feeling yes. He's a drunk and hasn't been around for 3 years.
Oh,
I,
then
I
he
am
would.
getting a yes. I'm getting a female social worker or lawyer or or a legal consultant of some sort. This woman will help you, and I'm not sure if she's with child services. A woman's going to help you. I see this, a very smart woman, like a lawyer kind, or the one who knows all of the, like, you're not going to have to know, but you're the whoever it is that you choose, or who comes into this and helps you with it. I would trust the woman, because, and not that you can't trust anybody else, but I see a woman coming in and fighting for your behalf and on the children's behalf, and she can clearly see that you are already the mother and the guardian of these children, and it would just be detrimental to take these children out of your care. So she's going to fight for you. So I don't know if you have somebody already coming to the house checking on the children. I don't know if you know this woman, but she's going to fight for you. She's really smart. She's really smart, and she does what's right for the children. So that's lovely. I like that.
Yeah. I get that there is somebody trained by law, and I'm not sure man or woman, but they're going to see that you guys are a strong home for them, that you are a protector for them, that they're it's somebody who's going to help you with this. They see, I get the card of a family card. I feel like that's you guys staying together, but they're saying to rest before the next stage. They see that the kids have a strong, firm foundation with you, and they're not going to want to take them away and give them to somebody who does not have that strong, firm foundation. I feel like the secrets about the father are going to come out. They're going to find out. And if he does try to get them, they're going to see if there's any hidden motives or anything like that. I do feel like for you to be enthusiastic is because they are going to move forward. The court will move forward with having them stay with you. And I feel like you guys, this is the patriarch card. You guys are going to be the parents. You're disciplined. It's a strong foundation. They feel like you guys are stable. You're a traditional good family. So yeah, I yes, you're going to keep them. You're going to keep them. And what wonderful grandparents are you. I know that this time in your life you don't plan on having to raise grandchildren, but thank God they have you guys. And I know their mom is looking over, making sure everything is going to turn out just like it's supposed to. So they've got her up there helping too. So I feel yes, you'll get them. Okay.
All the
And
best to you, Joy.
yes, yes, and bless your hearts too. You're scared of the dad? Well, if you need to get a restraining order, you get a restraining order for him. You're such wonderful people to do that. What do my guides want me to know? Rosemary. That's a pretty name, Rosemary, Mary. Rosemary.
They want you to trust yourself. I feel like you're you definitely are listening to your angels and your spirit guides, but you're almost second guessing it and saying that was too easy, or that sounded like my own voice, or that could have been anybody's dime, or that feather was probably there all the, there, it's something, whatever it is that's happening. You are, not that you don't believe it, but you're almost like um making making excuses or rationalizing it away. Like, and it could, the dime could have been there from anybody, but it also could be from your spirit guides or loved ones. Like, what would it hurt for you to just give them the benefit of the doubt and say thank you, loved ones? And I just heard something in my head. I'm not sure if it's you, but thank you. I'm just trusting that it is you, and that what I'm hearing, feeling, and sensing is my higher self and my spiritual and angelic team, and that I'm going to move forward and really progress and develop my own spiritual growth, my own spiritual development. But I understand that in the very beginning, it is so hard that little bit of doubt creeps in, and you're like, "Oh, what am I thinking?" You just really second guess yourself. Believe me, I heard my name being called in my bedroom, and I was like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Am I going crazy?" Like, I mean, me, I talk to your loved ones, and when it happens to you, it's startling, and you just don't you're like, "What was that? I thought I heard somebody call my name. Sounded just like my mom. Where is she?" And I know that I heard it, but I was, like, talking myself out of
Yeah.
it, and I told my husband, he's like, "Oh, maybe it was the TV." I'm like, "No, there was nothing on." And it's really easy to doubt, and it's new, and um it's a little unknown, which it's not really scary, but the unknown is unsettling. But try and give it the benefit of the doubt and just say, I know that's you, spirit guides and angels. Thank you very much for the message. And pretty soon it'll become second nature, and you'll be able to sense, your discernment will grow, and you'll be able to tell when your spirit guides are in. And even if you're not sure, just give them the benefit of the doubt. What could it hurt? You know?
I like that message. Well, I got Rosemary, you are an old soul. You've lived many lifetimes and you've gained a lot of wisdom beyond your years. You're very smart. And you've also started to learn the power of, it says, wishful thinking, how to manifest things in your life you desire. Um, but yeah, for your numerology card, I got 77 for you. They want you to know, it says you're brave. Your
Mm.
angels, your guides, they think you're brave, and they said it is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. How is uh, Now is the time to be bold and brave. So you've lived many lifetimes. You know how to manifest the things you want. They're telling you to be brave, move on from any old patterns or fears. Know that you can do it, whatever it is you want to do. Um, you have a lot of abilities yourself. I feel like you are psychic yourself. You can feel the hidden truth behind circumstances when things, like knowing things before they happen, or knowing if somebody is telling the truth. You're always looking for the truth in things. But they got the card of trust, and it says, I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my past is placed there for my growth. So whatever is going on in your life, they want you to know that it's being placed there on purpose for your growth. Sometimes even the negative things are for your growth. You learn from them. When you look back at the time, they seem really sucky, and you think, oh, how is this for my good? But later, years later, you look back and you think, you know what? If that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have learned this, or this wouldn't have happened. So um, that's what I'm getting for you. So I don't know if any of that resonates, but that's the cards that came out for you. Okay, let me put these back here.
Thank you, Rosemary. That
Okay.
was thank you for your question. I loved dipping into your energy, and it's beautiful to see the development of all of the community. We had a lot of the community members really opening up to their gifts and their abilities. And I know of two or three people that have had either like an ascension symptom, or a download, or a what do they call them, an attunement. Like, these things are happening to all of us because we're all raising our vibration when we're doing
Yeah.
these readings and these gatherings and staying together like this. So I think it's just so beautiful to see everybody just elevating and coming into their own. And you could have done it on your own, but you probably wouldn't have known what to call it. That's all. Like, it doesn't, but being here, being with other people who are going through the same thing, really gives you, a peace of mind and a good sounding board. So yeah, Rosemary is definitely connected and has strong abilities for
Mhm.
sure. Hmm.
Yeah, I get you being claircognizant. Is just like where you just know stuff and you don't know how you know, and it's just a deep gut feeling. and you could tell somebody that and they'd say, "You can't know that," but you know. And sometimes it's stuff you think, "Oh, I hope I'm wrong about this," but you have feelings. So trust your feelings. Start trusting your feelings. If you're driving down the road and you get the feeling, "Don't go down this road. I'm supposed to go down this road." I used to do that and I thought, "Why? I always go down this road." I'm arguing with myself in my head. And then I started realizing, listen to it. Maybe there's a car wreck. Maybe there's something that's going to make you late for work. So I would just go the other way. So if your gut tells you something, start listening to it. I don't ever know a time that I didn't like when I should have trusted my gut and I didn't, that I didn't regret it. That I didn't think,
Right.
"Oh, I had a feeling about that. I wish I would have listened to that feeling." Okay.
Oh,
This one here, honey,
she
I'm not sure if we can answer for you, Susan, but you said you love my essential oils. Thank you so much. I work really hard on them. I love them too. But you have an MRI after getting a mammogram and you're told that they see something suspicious in your left breast. I know that's scary. That they did that to me and it scared me. So should you be worried? Well, no, you shouldn't be worried because worry don't do nothing. Worry will just make you upset and tense, and worry can actually make things happen you don't want to happen. So just have faith. It's going to be okay. Just, pray on it, believe on it. Everything, you either going to get through this, you're going to have strength to get through this. If there is something, if there isn't anything, then there's no sense in worrying and making yourself sick. I can't tell medical things because I don't want to, you have to go to your doctor for that. I don't want to tell you something and, "Oh, it's going to be okay." And then it's not, or, "Oh, it's not going to be okay." And you worry more. So you just go to your doctor and quit worrying and just trust. Pray, say a prayer, put a prayer up there, and then say, "Thank you for healing me. I am healing." Concentrate when you go to bed at night, about your breasts. If there is anything that's melting, that it's going away, that just concentrate on that. Positive things, not, "Is there something? Oh my God," because I know I did that too. But then I had to sit there and think, "Nope, I'm going to concentrate, pray, and then imagine it healing myself, listening to healing binaural beats or healing solfeggio tones, things that are going to bring you healing and positive feelings. That's going to help you." So that's all I can tell you. How about you, Jean?
I get that she has nothing to worry about, and I would look up the statistics for mammograms and what the false positive rate is. You'd be surprised. But it's always good to get checked out and double check, and you never know. Could be just something like a fatty tissue or something that you never know. But
Yeah,
it's always good to get it checked, and I wouldn't be worried until there's something that to worry about. But I would
yeah.
check the statistics first, and that'll give you a little peace of mind. So Rosemary says, "Thank you very much. The reading resonates clearly." So she loved that we were picking up on her psychic abilities. I think we are
Well,
both
and
dragging a little bit, Deanne. So yeah, we're getting the responses just a little bit late. But I think I'm going to have to run. I do have another show that I'm doing tomorrow
oh, you
with
do?
Wisdom Seeker Joan and Tarot Stash will be on my channel, and we'll be doing private readings there as well. And that's at 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's 11 a.m. Pacific. So, oh, good.
Okay.
Susan Wood says, "Thank you. You're welcome. You're
Oh,
welcome. All the
and I
best."
I wanted to say too, Susan, I'm not feeling like it's anything either. I just don't wanna tell you that for sure. I want you to make sure you see your doctor. However, when I went every time I go, I have something that looks suspicious. Then they have to take a second one. I have dense breasts, so they have to take a second one, and then they put you in a room, and then they have to do a sonogram. Then they're saying, "This is 5 inches," and you're sitting there thinking, "What? What's 5 inches?" And it's just a fatty tumor. And it's just something they may tell you if they see that, they may say, "Okay, I want you to come every 6 months for us to take another look at it." And then when they see it hasn't grown, it hasn't done anything, then they just usually leave you alone for another year. But my friend has the same thing. Every time she gets a breast exam, they say they see something suspicious. So don't be scared. So, well, I'll tell you what, I've got a few more questions, so I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and finish these up that I have
Wow.
and cancel. Yeah, I just thought I feel bad. Everybody came yesterday and I wasn't here, so I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Well, how many? Oh no, I got more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. However many I got, I'm gonna try to finish. But can you type on their questions are closed for me so I don't get
Oh,
a bunch more?
absolutely. Absolutely. And this is going to be on my show. Let me just questions are I'm going to do the simulcast later because I like it when all the chat is together so that they can see each other and support each other. And instead of somebody saying, "What did she say? What are they saying?" Because you can't see the chat. And then I'll post it later, like after, everybody gets a
Okay.
chance to watch this version. I'll put it on a few days later. So you'll see it on my channel. So
Well, it's
it's,
so
it's a great
nice you
way.
came.
I am too. I am too. I'm so happy to be here, and let's get together again. Let's revisit and make another date. And it was
Anytime.
just I want to talk to you about Chicago too. Did you tell everybody about Chicago?
Oh, yeah, guys, I'm gonna go to Chicago with Mel and Linda and, Kevin the Healing Medium, Kim, what is it? Medium Kim, Loving Vibration, Aiden Reed's Tarot's gonna film it. I was shocked, and, like, it's like, "I'm not worthy," that I get to go, but I'm gonna be bringing my oils, and I'm gonna be doing a little talk in front of everybody, which I've never done in my life, so if you're coming, be patient with me because 'cause I'm gonna probably be like, I don't wanna do like Ralph Cramden when he'd go, "Humana, humana, humana," forget how to talk, be nerves, but I'm gonna be up there and give a talk. I'll bring samples. I'm gonna bring, little samples for everybody that comes. We're gonna have door prizes. It's my husband's coming with me, so he's gonna help, volunteer, and we're gonna help whoever needs help registering or in the classes or doing whatever, so it's gonna be fun, so I'm excited, and, then I just got my new little website too. For those of you who didn't get it, it's manifestshop.net. And it took me all day and all night. I was up for 24 hours without sleep, learning to make this site, teaching myself. So please look at it. You don't have to buy anything, but look at it on my pretty work I did. I was so proud of it. For me who couldn't turn on a computer or turn off a computer a year ago, I was making my own little website. So it's still got work to do, but I'm gonna get there. I'm learning. So, but you can order from there if you want to, and I got a whole bunch of new oils. I decided to put out, Sheila Celtic Tarot. She wanted a lilac one, and I thought, "You know what? I love lilac, and my mom loved lilac, and it's the prettiest spring flower there is, so I am making a lilac, one with, some amethyst crystals in there. I put the spiritual benefits of lilacs just and amethyst, so anyway, and, she wanted a eucalyptus one, so I thought, I'll make those 2, and what people like, if you give me suggestions, if there's something you want me to come out with, tell me, and I'll work on it. And I'm going to be growing my own herbs, or actually, my husband is, and my daughter is, and I'm going to be taking them and making stuff with them. So,
Do you
but
mind if I show
thank
them
you, thank you.
your website? Do you want to show them your
Oh, you can do
website?
that?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
I
know
wanna
how.
this is just my little thank you for inviting me to your channel, and I wanna come back. So, and I want to, yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna do it right here, and you'll just pop it in when you see it down below there. And this is really, really beautiful. What a great job, everybody. Look at what Deann did. Oh
so it's
my
got like
gosh,
this.
this is so beautiful. Look at
And
this.
it takes
Wow.
all credit cards and Cash App and PayPal and Apple Pay and Afterpay where you can break it into 6 payments if you want more than one thing. I'm giving away a free, lava bead bracelet like I have that you can put your oils on, or a free, crystal worry stone, rose quartz worry stone with every order, till Mother's Day, as long as I have supplies. And if you go to the very bottom, it'll say, shop all. See down there at the very bottom left, that little bitty? If you click that,
Wow,
it's
look
in
at
those and
that.
more, and if you click on them, then you can see the description of each of them, and it'll tell you all about them.
I wanna
And,
click on this one, you know? I wanna click on
isn't that
this
a
one.
cool picture? I love that picture, and then that
And are
tells
you
about the
giving
psychic
10% off right
enhancer.
now? It says 10%
I
off. Wow.
I didn't know I was. I
It's
I've been it sends there it says so. I was giving it to people who if they bought one before, they'll get a coupon in the mail. When they buy something, they'll get a coupon for the next time that they'll get 10%
I
off, but
see.
I
Uh,
might have accidentally put that on there, but if anybody gets it before I end up erasing that, I'll give you 10% off. And then I
yeah.
got just different ones at the bottom, and then at the bottom too, you can go to gift cards, and at the very bottom to the right there, and if you click on that, you can pick out a card, Mother's Day card, friend card, whatever card you want, $10 on up to $100 if you wanna give it as a gift card for Mother's Day, and so and I've got it set so I've got a subscription, so if you have an oil that you really love and you don't wanna run out and you want it every 3 months, 6 months, whatever, you can get a subscription and I'll send it to you. I've got a newsletter that you can sign up for and you'll get little reports of when I add something new. I was just so I'm not normally proud of myself, but I was proud of myself because I've never done anything. And then at the bottom, it tells all the different channels, or those are all the different payment plans. And then all the things that I'm on, I've got
Wow.
Instagram too. YouTube. So that was
Oh,
pretty
all
good
these
for
down
one
here.
day.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
Yep,
Well
yep.
done.
But I
Well
was
done. And this is not easy, y'all. I'm telling you, I use the same format and it is not easy. It takes hours and hours to do all this. And now Deann also makes the oils too, not only the
Yeah,
website.
and
Oh
to
my
do the
gosh.
customer service and to do the advertising and everything else and the mailing.
Wow.
I'm a
Look,
one-woman show. It's just me.
yeah. So
And if you go up there and there's a little square on top, the upper right, and you hit that, it'll tell you if you wanna leave your information. See the little square? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, see, it'll ask you if you wanna keep your information in there, it's protected, but you can, and then that way next time you can just it'll be like Amazon. You know how sometimes Amazon will have your information and you can just use the same card and it has your email and everything. So,
wow. That is
yeah, I was
amazing.
just
Really, really well done. Look at how beautiful this one is. This is a custom made one. You just say, "Spirit guides, tell me what is best for my, my sister-in-law," and she'll create that. Look at this. This is really, really very well done, Deanne. I love this. I'm so glad I suggested it, and I love this one: psychic enhancement, angel wing oil, money oil, manifest sweet dreams. Look
mhm,
at this,
and
beautiful. And you have the
and
matches
then I
that go along with it, with the candles.
with my candle.
Wow, and this is a new
Mhm.
one, the lilac essential oil, and you have crystals
Yep.
inside there too.
Yep, yep, and I pick the crystals that go along with the oil, and, like, for the custom oils, I use multiple oils. It takes me 30 to 45 minutes. I make it exactly for whatever you need. I use the crystals for what you need. I email you what did I use, why did I use it, what crystals were used, why were they used. You get a whole list. How do you use it? I spend a lot of time on those custom oils, and instead of 23, they're 29, but it's like I take the time that I do in a reading. And it even tells me how many drops of each thing to put in. And I find out the ones that have the most drops are the things that they have the most trouble with. The ones that it needs maybe 3 drops, 4 drops, the things they have the least trouble with. But it tells me the amount of drops they do to cover to hit the top of the bottle. I'm not nothing to do with this. It when I'm done, it tells me right to the top, and then I write down what oils they chose, why they chose them for you, and what crystals and why those crystals were chose. It's really cool. Even my friend says, "I can't believe that you knew what my mom or my dad needed." And then I found out the numbers that would keep using angel numbers, 9s, 19s, different numbers, 7s. And so I would look up the angel numbers and find out the numbers had to do with something that they had a problem with too that they needed a message on. So I've been really enjoying doing these. It's fun. I wanted to take pictures of the bottles, but I haven't figured that part out yet
Well,
as
you
good.
you
So
can
I'm
always
working
add
on
to
it.
it, you know? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
add to it
really
as I
well
learn.
done, Deanne. You did an amazing job, really beautiful. I love this. And best of luck to you and everybody that is on my channel that's watching this later. Please do go over and visit Deann. It's manifestshop.net. And just check it out and support Deann. She's a
Mhm.
very hard worker. She's an amazing intuitive and psychic and card reader. And she's going to Chicago with Linda G and Mel Dore. I mean, come on, you guys, get in while the getting's good. Right?
Who would have
And
thunk? Who would have thunk? I was in shock. I was like a deer in headlights. I didn't know what to say when he asked me. I'm so, like, honored and just I mean,
good for
like I
you.
said,
You
I felt
deserve
like,
it.
who is it? The I'm not worthy, but
You're
I'm
going to
really
have so much
proud, and I'm
fun.
gonna
Yeah. Yeah, you need this.
I
You need
know,
to get
and
away.
thank
And
you.
all that healing you're going to get and Kevin Healing Medium's going to be there and Kevin
Reiki,
Loving Vibrations does the
I love
Reiki.
you.
Yeah, you're going to. Oh, look, I'm Karen says she's really digging the oil that you sent her. Oh, for
Oh,
when
you
she
use it when
paints.
yeah, I had one lady sold her house that got the money oil, and she sold her house in 2 days. I'm using this gonna start using this right now, and one of 'em, got ended up getting her art sold to a place she tried it on and went in there, and I'm not guaranteeing you, but I'm telling you what people have been telling me that they took her artwork, and another one said that she, wasn't getting any real estate clients, and she put it on and got 3 calls that day. I had my house falling apart and I used it. And so I'm gonna start using this one. And I made this is one my guides told me to make for me. It has citrine, that's my birth stone. And you can see I've used like more than half of it. But it's they told me what abundance herbs to use. So
Oh,
sometimes they'll be in green, sometimes they might be citrine. I pick the stones that they tell me to pick for you, and I
and
tell you
now
why. So
and that explains why she was invited to Chicago. Not only not only that, but she's an amazing individual and very talented. I did try and put the link in, but I don't think it went in because I'm not a moderator um on your YouTube.
oh, I
But
should
maybe
make
you
you a
can make me a
moderator. Next time you come on, I'll make you a moderator.
yeah.
Because 'cause you're better at this than me. You're better at the chat than me, so next time I'll
I'll
make you a mo
just
and there will be a next time because I love, love, love reading with you, and I just love you, and I think you're great, and you're amazing, and I can't wait till you start teaching classes, and I'm gonna try to tell everybody to go take them because I think you're gonna be an awesome teacher,
it
and,
it'll be fun. It's
I
not
wanna take
anytime
some
soon, you
too.
guys. I really want to work on getting really good at what I do and working on, you know, just fine tuning what I do. And once I get that down, then I'll start with the classes. So I'm still doing classes myself, taking classes with Suzanne Giesman. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of her, and also James von Prague. And there's just so much to learn, and there's so many different facets. And I'm practicing with a group on another group, and I'm advancing and moving forward with that, and it's really enhancing my skills and I really want to work on that a lot more. So I'm still working on and this is mediumship specifically. So mediumship is really, I want to get that fine tuned and work on getting that, you know, a lot faster and a lot more detail. And everything else just comes along with it. So I'm really very happy about that. So if
Who
anybody
is
wants
that?
a reading,
Fernando is good.
yes. Oh my
Have
gosh.
you ever
See,
heard of
that's what,
Fernando
yes, I
Marone?
have.
He's
Hmm.
really good, and he has classes and stuff. He sent me his classes, but I keep not having time to watch them all, which I keep saying,
Oh, he has
I'm gonna
classes.
do," but
Wow.
I'd like to take classes from him personally. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
he has
that'd be
video
interesting.
classes and I think personal classes too.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
yeah, when you do yours,
If
I'll take
anybody
yours. I
would like
wanna
a
take,
reading,
Val's, yes.
okay.
How do they get ahold of you?
If anybody would like a reading from me, I do 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings. I have a Mother's Day special right now. And if you want to just go to my website, it's Sun Psychic Gene, just like you see here, sunpsychicgene.com. That's all it is. And it's on Square. You have to go check it out. Mine is antiquated compared to yours. Yours is beautiful. But we both use the same
Well
Square platform. But yeah, it's so if anybody would like a reading, I do have a Mother's Day special running right now, and I just wanted to announce that. And yeah, so you are interested in Val K. Val K has amazing classes. I took her Akashic record reading class. Is that what you were talking about?
That's what I wanna take is the Akashic record readings. I don't know if I would be able to learn it, I mean, how I do at it, but I'm interested in finding out more about it. So, yeah, I'm gonna take that class. I'm thinking if I can in May. And then I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking, classes on herbology and magical uses of herbs, and that's how some of the things I'm gonna know the things I wanna grow and also learning more. And then in the fall, I'm gonna be taking, medical uses for oils and learning to make I've already made one, tincture tonic for my husband. It took me 8 days. You took damiana leaves and you put them in I put them in a mason jar, clean mason, and you take, like, a cup of vodka, you put that on there, and you let it sit for 8 days, and then you take it out and you dump it, strain it, and, put the, alcohol mixture in one jar, and then you take the leaves, put them in another jar, put water in them, let them sit for another 2 days. And then you take the leaves out again after 2 days and you throw them for compost, and you take the alcohol and the water mixture, put it in, and I added honey and what was it? Honey, vanilla, and I like chocolate, so I put some unsweetened cocoa, and I let that all melt, and then I have it in a mason jar, and it's an aphrodisiac. It's also for anxiety and calming and mild lax to all these different things it does. And so I'm learning, I want to learn to make teas and things like that, grow herbs to make medicinal teas and medicinal tonics and, save myself money and from taking pills and get rid of
Yep,
pills.
it's so much
But I won't
needed.
be
It
selling the
is so
medical
much
ones.
needed out there. There's just not enough. This is the way of the future, you guys. It really is. And it's that's so wonderful, Deanne. I'm so excited for you. Very much, very much.
I am
And
too. And
what
the
is the
class is
date of
all
Chicago?
nurses.
What is
I
the
said the
date of
class is all
Chicago?
nurses. Oh, I should have said that. September 25th, we get down there, but it was that's when we all meet each other, find our rooms,
Okay.
find out where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do. And then 26th, we're gonna have a meet and greet, and they're gonna have hors d'oeuvres that night. And then I think the other days they're gonna have classes. And then the one day, me and Kim are both gonna go up and give a talk. And I'm gonna try to go up and give a talk. And then I don't know, I think we're leaving that Sunday, so we're gonna be there from Thursday to Sunday, so it'll be from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days,
Uh-huh.
4 days for us,
Well, that's
and
lovely. So you and I will definitely get together again before you go. So we'll have plenty of time to chat and get I'll contact you after maybe tomorrow uh when in the afternoon perhaps, and we'll set up a date. I'll send you a few dates to
yeah,
do this again. I really enjoyed myself. I had a couple of other things earlier today, and it's late for me. It's
oops.
so I know that when I need to just shut down. But thank you everybody for being here. I see so many familiar faces and names, and thank you everybody who asked us your questions. And Deann, you're still going to stay on for a little bit.
Yeah, I must stay on and answer a few more, then I'll have to go in there with, Dale and the puppy because he watches the Sadie for me because she's my Velcro dog. She does not leave my side. I can't go pee by myself. I can't go anywhere by myself. But if I'm in here, she will scratch at the door and cry. So he keeps an eye on her. But I'm just going to probably stay on just for about maybe 15 minutes, just to answer a few more, you know.
Okay.
And then I'll have
All
to
right.
go because he always gets mad at me if I take too, not mad, but
Yeah.
he likes me by him, especially when, at the end of the night. So
Right.
anyway,
Right.
thank you, and you guys, please, please, please go subscribe to Sun Psychic Jean. She's amazing, and I can't wait to have you back on again, and maybe we could take turns, one time I'll go on
Yeah.
yours, you come on mine, and, because I really like reading with you, and I really, really like
Oh.
you, and I think you're amazing, and boy, I think you could teach me a few things, all the stuff you know. I will take your class. You tell me when you start, and I will be there.
Well,
We
thank you,
all can
Dan.
learn from one
That's
another.
Yes, exactly, from one another, for sure. So until we meet again, and thank you again, everybody, and, don't keep Deanne too late, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye, Jean. I'll talk to you later. Okay, guys, let's see what I got. I wanted to get a few of you here and see if I can just I hate just leaving when I can't get all your questions, but I've gotta stop here now. What is it? You can sell all these things too, Deanne? Like what? What you mean, Karen? What things can I sell? Oh, let's see. All right. I missed something. Sherry, hey Sherry, thank you for helping me out there and putting my site up. So you want to know if your marriage therapy will help. I'm sorry you're having problems, Jilly. Let's see. Will the marriage therapy work? I feel like, yes, it will if you both really commit to it and if he really commits to it too. If you love each other, but you're just going through hard times. I told Dale if anything ever happened with us, I'd first want to try therapy because if you can fix it, it's a lot easier to fix it. And see. I would not wanna be out in the dating world right now. I wouldn't know how to. It's all computerized. Everybody does stuff on the computer with the swipe left, swipe right. I don't know how to do any of that. But I made a website, so maybe I could learn. Is he a narcissist? I feel like he treats you a certain way and then he love bombs you later. That he can be kind of self-absorbed and kind of one-sided lately. And that when you do get upset and you're about ready to take off and leave him, maybe he just kind of starts, doing the love bombing stuff again. Um, you have a lot of memories together, so I know you want it to work, maybe you've had children together and everything like that. Um, yeah, you want this to work. I, I think you should take a chance on the therapy, because if you don't, you'll always wonder what if it would have helped. What if and go with a positive attitude and not, finger pointing, but looking at yourself too, because sometimes we're like, and you did this, and we got to look at ourselves too. But take a chance, they're saying. And if it doesn't work, you guys could end up being just cutting ties and moving on, um, and just progressing. So let me ask if it will help. Hold on here. As far as saving your marriage, it's saying maybe. It's a lot up it's so much up in the air up to you both, but I get yeah, it's definitely it can't hurt and it's going to help. It's going to help at least even if it does end that you're going to say, "Well, I did my best. I tried. I got counseling." You won't sit there and think, "Well, what if I would have gone counseling? Would it have worked? Could we have worked it out?" So that's what I'm getting, Jilly, and I hope it does work out for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Sandra Torres. Hi, ladies. Do you see us selling our land or property in uh, the Republic of Panama this year? I thought about moving to Panama once. I thought if the orange guy came back, I would maybe look into it. I don't know what it's like there. Will Sandra sell her land in Panama? Okay, I feel like you're going to sell it. Will Sandra sell it this year? Okay, when? Will she sell it? When? Let's see, will she sell it in 2024? Will she sell it in 2025? Will it be in January? February? I'm feeling and don't hold me to this, Sandra, but I'm feeling like it may not be this year. I'm feeling like for some reason there might be some delays and stuff, and it could be the, beginning of next year, maybe before it's all settled and done. I don't know what's going on with that property, but, I do think you'll sell it, but maybe not as quite as fast as you want. So I'm sorry if that, but I could be wrong, keep trying to get out there and keep trying to sell it. And just think positive and picture the person coming and buying it. But I do get it might take a little time. I'm manifesting a home next to my son. Yeah, you know what, Dolores? I'm trying to manifest. I'm so crazy. I wanted to manifest my old house I grew up. If I have to sell this house that I raised my kid, I raised my grandkid, my mother was here with me 27 years. If I have to sell this house, I got this thing in my head that I wanna manifest the house that I grew up in going for sale, and that way I would still have a lot of memories in this house with mom and dad and us kids growing up, so never know, could happen, I'm putting it out there. So you wanna know, will that come into fruition, or will you be, uh, the next homeowner to that home. Okay, so will Dolores manifest a house by her son? Will Dolores manifest a house by her son? Will the house next to her son go for sale? Okay. It's saying maybe on if you'll get it. It probably depends on the price and what you see, but uh it will, I feel like it will go for sale. Will it go for sale this year? Will it go for sale in 2020? I think next year it may go for sale. When? When in 20? July, September. Maybe the end of the year next year in October, that house may go for sale. I don't know if it's for sale now, but, I'm feeling like one of the houses by your son by the end of, the year will go for sale. And I feel like you may move into it. It's gonna be up to you though if you want to. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be I wish I could move in next to my daughter in some ways, but then in other ways it'd be like, go to your grandma's house and send the kids over to my house. And I love the kids, but there might be times when you just didn't feel like having the kids. So, but I would like to, it would be nice. Or they had talked about how it would be nice to have a mother-in-law, mother quarters, where they could have a house behind them. They thought about buying land for when we got older, which is nice that they thought that. Will my daughter's school loans ever be forgiven? I worry about mine too. She could buy a house with her school loans, and my cousin has school loans, and he's in his 70s and he still owes them. It's ridiculous. I know Biden is doing stuff for school loans. So will Cheryl's daughter ever her loans ever be forgiven? Will they be forgiven in full? Will they be forgiven in full? Will they be forgiven in half? I feel like she's gonna get her loans forgiven eventually. I think Biden's gonna come up with some more loan forgiveness, and I don't know if the whole thing will be forgiven, but I think maybe half of it will. So that would be a big help if she can even get just half of it done. It's gonna be a load off. And I think they need to stop doing these interests, these deferments, because when I went to beauty school when my baby was young, and I had this $10,000 whatever loan, and then I was a single mom, and there was times sometimes I couldn't pay the rent, or I wouldn't didn't get enough hours at work, and I worked 2 jobs, but I'd sit there and it just kept deferring it and deferring it and deferring it, and it went from 10,000 to 15,000. I mean, it just went up and up and up, and so it makes it really hard for these young kids to be able to ever feel like they're gonna be able to afford it. My husband is the one that helped me because he's very good with finances, unlike me. Will my niece, deliver her child early? Will your niece deliver the child early? Oh, it's up for sale now, Dolores? Oh, okay, maybe it's the other house I'm thinking of, buy it. So now that you're older, it seems more reasonable? Yeah, because then if you have issues, they can get to you easy too. See, so if it's up for sale now, let me see. Will Will Dolores buy the house that's up for sale now? If you want it, you can have it. If you want it, you'll get it. It just but I was thinking there might be another house for sale too. So, you just look in and see what the price is, and see if it's something because I know if you're like me, Dolores, and my husband, we don't wanna have a mortgage at our age. My husband's 72, I'm gonna be 60. We don't wanna have a mortgage, so we want something we can sell this house and pay cash for it. So that may be the thing. You may be able to get it, but is it gonna leave you with a mortgage or are you going to, if it does, you may wanna wait. Let's see, if she buys this house, would she have a mortgage? Yeah, you might have a little bit of a mortgage, I'm thinking if you got it. Is there another house that's gonna be yeah, and there'll be other houses in the neighborhood too that may go for sale. So you just look at it and see what you think, but you could get it if you want to, but you may be a little higher than you want to spend. Let me know what you do. I hope so for you. I really do, because I it would be so nice for you. Your kids would love it. When will we move to a new home? Okay, entertainment purposes only, you guys. Dates are tough to do, but I'm gonna try. Okay. Will sea glass move to a I'm gonna put up here so you can see it. Will sea glass move to a new home in 2024? Show me stronger. Show me stronger. That's a no. Okay. Will she move to a new home in 2025? Okay. Can you see that? I'm getting a yes. And I'm going to try to see if I can get a month. What month? Will it be in May, June, July, August? Maybe August or September. You know, you will. I think it's gonna take a little while, it's there's always finding a new home is tough. You have a lot of stuff to do to your own home before you can sell it. You got a lot of stuff to get rid of. You gotta, they came to our home and told us, "Well, you need to take down all your pictures, all your family pictures, and well, you gotta do this, and we don't want it looking like an old lady's house." And I was like, "What do you mean, old lady?" Had me offended. But, I ended up taking down all my pictures, painting everything in neutral colors, and then we ended up didn't move. Because other things sometimes things come up and it takes a little longer than you think. Am I wasting time going to therapy with my husband? We have been separated for over a year. Is Jilly wasting time going to therapy with you? It's not wasting time. Is it gonna help the relationship? It's unknown if it'll help the relationship. It's gonna be up to you guys, but I feel like, it's one of those things that if you don't do it, like I was saying before, you're going to wonder, could it have worked? And if you have children, you like to have your children see that, okay, mom and dad did what they could do to try to make it work, but then you'll know, you know? If he wants to go and if there's anything to save and you have any love left in this relationship, it's worth trying to find out. It may not work out, but at least you'll know. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if he or you could have some fear of abandonment issues. He may be afraid of you leaving, or you may be afraid of him leaving. You've been together for a while and you guys are dependent on one another, or you had been. Um, I got the backstabbing card, so I'm not sure if this applies to you or not. It could be that something happened that really broke your heart and made you feel like that made you separate. There was some sort of deception or lies that was going on in the relationship, and it makes you afraid to know if you want to trust him again. And so now there's a fear of intimacy, whether that be you or him, but one of you is kind of running away and just it's just intense. And so you just aren't sure. You just kind of thought maybe you might want to let go. because there was turmoil in it. But they're telling you to keep a positive mindset and just be grateful for what you have and count your blessings and just know whatever way it turns out, it's gonna be good for you. Because, then you'll know and you can go on with your life but I don't think it's a waste of time, no matter whether it works out or not. I'd at least if I've been with my husband we've been married 32 years, May 30th, and we'll be together 36 years. But if we were having difficulties and I thought we could save it, I'd want to try after all those years. So, but you got to do what you feels right. Go by your own instinct. You know what you've been through and you know what he was like living with and you just know what you will put up with and what you won't put up with. And if you go to counseling, just let him know, I won't put up with this anymore. This isn't going to work. He's going to have to prove himself to you, I think. Now, this one here, Cynthia, I don't want to tell anybody if they should leave their husband because you have been with him 25 years and you're 70 and he's 80. So it depends. How unhappy are you? You know? Um, Oh, did I put your question up, Anna, and didn't answer it? Ah, why did I do that? Will you write it again, Anna, for me? I am so sorry. I don't know what if I accidentally hit it or what. But thank you, Anna. Thanks for letting me know. Write it down there again for me. I don't mean to be a pain in the butt, but I can't find it. So that way I don't have to scroll and scroll and scroll and try to find it. But yeah, I don't want to tell you whether to leave him or not because, you know, what if this is tarot? This is tarot, and a lot of times we're right, most times, but sometimes we can be wrong. And I never want to have somebody's relationship be do or die over the cards. It depends if you love him, you've been together for all those years. And then if you're miserable, if you're living in a house with him and you're miserable, and then maybe you just want to be by yourself and live your own life. um, Ann Landers always said, "Ask yourself, yes, will I be better with them or without them?" Yeah. How do you feel? Like, will you feel better if I have somebody in my house that is abusive to me, verbally abusive, physically abusive, just abusive. If you're taking abuse, then don't take it. You don't need to take that. But if it's just, maybe you feel like the love is not there as much as it was, you've drifted apart. I don't know if you guys would wanna go to counseling. He probably wouldn't even be open to it. But you have to decide, some people will decide, well, we're good together as friends, but we're not in love anymore. But I don't wanna date anybody, and it's easier financially if we just, so it has to be up to you. But, let's see. Yeah, even the pendulum won't tell you, whether you should leave or not. Let me ask if there's any. Let me just throw you a oracle card, see if I get any advice on that. I don't want your husband or anybody calling me and saying, "You told my wife to leave me." I would never do that because you know the situation better than I do, and trust your gut, trust your heart. Should she leave? Okay, well, they're saying you can't do the same thing over and over and expect different results. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before, showing up to meet them down streets you've never walked before. So, if you guys are doing the same thing over and over and it's not working, then it's not going to work. You've got to one of you have got to try to do some new things. Maybe I don't care how old you are, we're still young at heart, some romance. Um, But it's saying sometimes holding on can do more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that's been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. Um, so if it's weighing you down and you're really unhappy and you're just tired of doing the same thing over and over and you think you'd be happier on your own, then they're saying to do that. But, I can't tell you for sure what to do, but just don't be in a place if you're unhappy. Get some counseling. If he loves you, he'll go. You you know? And or try to do something, sit down and have a conversation and then make it serious. We need to talk and write down the things that are bothering you and talk to him about it and tell him how you're feeling. After that many years, he has to know, that I mean, you know each other pretty well. So, I mean, after 25 years, you should be able to talk to him about anything. So, I hope it goes well for you. I'm sorry I can't tell you one way or the other on that. Okay, so did you get it up there, Anna? Let's see. Anna Hutchinson, let me see. I'm gonna try to look for your name up here, Anna. 'Cause if you write it down again, I'll get it, but it just write it down again in case I can't find it. 'Cause you said I starred it. There's Jilly. Hold on. See, that's what I hate when I have to scroll up. It takes forever to find the question, so it's easier sometimes just to have you write it down again. And Anna, if I can't find it and you left already and I didn't write it down, uh, let's see. Where is it, Anna? Let's see. Anna, are you still here? Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you. I was like scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I couldn't find it. Will my niece deliver her child early? Okay. Will Anna's niece deliver her child early? I'm getting yes. See? Will Anna's niece deliver her child early? When she do? Linda Bishop, first question. I get that she will. So do you know, is it going to be a boy or a girl? Hey, Linda, what do you mean first question? Did I miss any of your question? I'm just looking. Okay. Oh, and let's see. Oh, I was looking to see if somebody else was in here. I wanted to say something too. Artie's Liz. I don't know if it's too late to ask for a mini read, but can I have a read my health and financial situation? Will they improve this year? I feel it will. You're gonna have to work at it. What month will she see improvement? It's probably gonna be close to the end of the year, like December. Um, but yeah, you're gonna have to it's gonna take some work, probably what you eat, exercising, all the not so fun stuff that you have to do to get healthy. I'm working on it too. Not so good because the basement flooded and then all I wanted was chocolate. I don't know why I thought chocolate would make it better. Yeah, it says that you may it's time for you to get some things done and you're a creative person and that you should make your creative projects a priority right now. Um you may need to call in some energy protection to clear and strengthen your aura. They're saying you're currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual growth and for your spiritual evolution. Um, and they're telling you to watch your negative thoughts. If you're telling yourself negative thoughts, to stop doing that, um, because, you'll make those things come true. Let's see what else. What else do you want her to know? Says, I don't know if you've been holding on to the past, but it says when you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets and commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. So they're telling you whatever you have been, feeling guilty about or beating yourself up about, to let it go. You deserve peace. And I'll do a numerology one for you too. Yeah, again, it's talking about how creative you are. You got 111. It says the angels are ready to fully support you in whatever creative endeavor you're wanting to do so that you can co-create with the universe, uh, a life that you love. Let me ask if this is this one you want to know. This one, yes. Okay. And you wanted to know about your health. So, will her health improve this year? Will her financial? Yeah, I get your health is gonna improve, your financial situation is gonna improve, it's just gonna take some time, just keep working on it, keep writing down things that you want, pray for them, believe in them, and just be thankful every day, say, "Thank you for this thing that I wanted to come true," as if it's already gonna happen. Just believe in it, but I think, yes, you are gonna improve this year. It may be at the end of the year, but I think you will. So let me see. I might have to do this last one and then my back is getting to hurt. Um, yeah, Anna, did you get my thing? Oh, she's due June 20th? You think it's a girl? Oh, I hope it's a girl. I love little girls. They have the cutest little things for girls. Is this gonna be your first? Or are you gonna are is this you got other ones too? When will she have the baby? I think she may have the baby in May. Would be beginning of May, middle of May. The middle or end of May. I think it's gonna be in May. So, I'm excited for you. I love my grandbabies. Okay, so was, Olive May Anderson my half sister, or did she have a different father? Okay, well, let's see what we get. Well, Olive was Olive May Henderson, Rosemary's half sister. I get she was. Did she have a different? I'm getting yes. So I'm feeling like she is your half sister. I don't know who it is, but I'm getting a small yes on the father. So I feel like yes. So you guys, I am so happy you guys came here. Hi Hilda. Oh, you got me at the end. I've been on for an hour and 53 minutes and my back's killing me. So I got to go in there for my husband gets upset. I always tell him I'm only going to be an hour, and then I always lie, and I am in here longer. So I got to go before he lets me come back. So you guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for putting up with me and my absent-mindedness last night when I hit the wrong date on the StreamYard. I probably did it without my glasses on. And just, I appreciate you guys and I appreciate you guys checking up on me when I didn't show up. I did that with a member video. I did it. This has been the Mercury retrograde and shadow period. I guess it ends May 5th, and I'll be so glad when it's over. It's been from hell. I just have had one thing after the other. I had a member video I did, and I waited, and I had Tanya on, and I waited for an hour for everybody, and we just did the video without everybody, and turns out all my members were on another link waiting for me. It put out 2 links, and I don't know how it happened, but hopefully after May 5th, all this technology stuff will go get better. So, thank you guys, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys again next week. I might come on tomorrow and do some political readings, so by myself. I usually do it with other people, but I think I might do it by myself. So, I'll see you guys. Hopefully, if I'm up to it, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.